Here's one of the biggest frauds convicted of fraud and election interference, calling someone else a fraud.
She gave an answer, think of it, 60 Minutes CBS, and they ought to lose their license and they ought to take it off the air.
I love that Kamala Harris's 60 Minutes interview triggered the man-child Trump. If I were 60 Minutes, I would do a 60 Minutes on the convicted felon obsessing on 60 Minutes.
They took her answer, threw it out, and gave her a new answer, and they're trying to defend it. Boy, can you imagine if that happened with me?
It did. I did a post on it. Look it up.
She's a mess. She's a cognitive mess, and nobody wants to talk about it.
Oh, poor baby. Of course, the convict is talking about himself. Every word is a confession.
I always say it's like the paperclip, you know? Some guy, 129 years ago, he came up, he took a little piece of stuff, and he went and like, all of a sudden he has the paperclip.
Can someone please paperclip his mouth shut?
No, your kids wouldn't be recognizable. That's not a good thought, huh? How's my son doing? Well, he tried the new hydrogen car. It didn't work out too well.
He's afraid that a car fueled with hydrogen will blow up. He's afraid of being electrocuted by an electric vehicle. What a wuss. Does he know that we drive something called a self-combustion engine, where tiny explosions move a piston, and yet he doesn't think that that can blow up? He's an idiot.
Anybody that opposes tariffs for a country where you're gonna, because China's been doing that for years.
Do I give a fuck that China has been doing tariffs for years? We're not China. Or maybe he thinks we are.
Something is clearly wrong with her. She can't put two sentences together.
He said the same thing about President Biden. He doesn't have anything else to use in his arsenal. That's because he is an arsenal.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the...
Yep, that's the MAGA savior.